Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another episode of the Author Spotlight. And I am your host, Tiffany Stepney. And I hope you are ready for some laughter, some deep conversation, and, maybe a few little, games. We have some announcements first before we get into the show. This is the author spotlight with Eudaimonia TV, and recently, over the past weekend, it was MLK Day of Service, and we had a great event. We had people come out and help us. They donated toiletries to go to the Grassroots Crisis Center, where we donated toiletries and clothes, and the residents were so grateful and thankful that we were able to help and be a light to their soul. So now we're going to kind of switch gears here, and today we have a common theme, and you would not believe what it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, it's sugar mamas. Now let me just say, I am not a sugar mama, okay, but I found that there is a common theme here with these two producers here. So one is about a producer who created a movie called Sugar Mama. It is now on Tubi. I have seen it, and I suggest you see it too, because it is not what you think it is. And then we have another guest who is a comedic author, and he wrote a book called How to Train a Sugar Mama. Really? Anyway, so let's get into it. Without further ado, I'm going to get into our first guest. Our first guest is Miss Briana Cole, and I'm just going to read a little bit about her. She is known as the literary drama queen. Briana Cole is a multi talented entertainment mogul in both the book and film industries. She is the author of the nationally acclaimed Unconditional series and has also penned several novels under her alternate pseudonym, Brielle Montgomery. Briana began writing short stories and poetry at a young age, and then she went to school. She actually began writing short stories and poetry at a young age and went on to use her poems to start a greeting card business in high school. That is awesome. After graduating cum laude with a bachelor degree from Georgia Southern University, she independently published three novels. Briana was a 2023 Essence Fest official selection screenwriter, and she has over 10 projects in various stages of production. She was also a staff writer on season 2 of Lace, a TV series streaming on All Black. She is the screenwriter and producer for a number of films currently streaming on Tubi and Peacock, including Pseudo, a movie she wrote and executive produced, which she acquired by Damon Dash. She has been in a number of community theater projects, commercials, movies, and TV shows, including Fatal Attraction and Twa 3, The Escort. In 2019, Briana took on the role of editor in chief when she launched Blaction, a digital interactive magazine spotlighting Black creative entrepreneurs. She is also a motivational speaker and website creative designer. Briana has been recognized in a number of popular blogs and magazines, the most prominent being Ms. Magazine, Sophisticate's Hair Magazine, Pop Sugar, Sheen, BuzzFeed, Kirkus, the Literary Journal, and Publishers Weekly. She is an Atlanta native, proud mother of three, and active member of the illustrious Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated organization. Her motto and ultimate drive towards success is a famous quote from Mae West: "You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough." Connect with Brianna online at briannacole.com and on Facebook, Goodreads, Instagram, and Twitter at B. Cole Author. Woo! Let me tell you, wow! Kudos to you.
Thank
What an
you.
amazing bio! Oh my goodness, you are the woman.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. You were going through, I was like, oh, okay.
Like, yes, I did that. Yes, I did that. That is awesome.
Doing your thing, sometimes you don't stop to really assess it. So yeah, it's exciting. It is an exciting
Yes,
journey.
yes, take it all in. That is wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
as I said, I recently watched the movie Sugar Mama. So the first thing I want to know is what inspired you to produce Sugar Mama?
Well, I am the screenwriter on Sugar Mama, and I have a relationship with a number of producers where I am asked to come on board and write the scripts for them. So that's basically what happened. With the success of some of my other projects like The Marriage Past, Toxic Harmony, Played and Betrayed, they asked me to come on board, and they had an idea, very rough idea, for a movie that they wanted to be called Sugar Mama. And they basically just told me like a 1 to 2 sentence idea. We wanted it to be about basically a sugar mama. She's an investor and she wants to invest in this app. And with this app, she meets up with this sugar baby and who's in college. And that's that. That's what they gave me. And they were like, okay, make some magic happen. And see, me, I'm all about bringing new, fresh ideas, twists, and kind of really giving you something different than what you expect. So I had a lot of fun with that script, and I took away, I took from some of my influences like Jordan Peele, and I'm a huge horror buff, horror thrillers, those are my jam. And yeah, just kind of made that come to life and had a lot of fun and made those characters really pop. Let's say that in all the good and bad ways.
Oh yes, and I'm trying not to give it away, but I mean, it is not what people expect. Like when the first thing you see the title Sugar Mama, you think it's going to be some rich older woman who has a
Yeah.
romantic relationship with a little
Yep.
young. You say sugar baby. I like that term, sugar
Mm.
baby, instead of young dude. But the outcome, like the twist and everything, and I definitely saw like the thriller aspect of it, like mystery and all of that. So was there something that's like maybe viewers didn't know about making the film? I know you said they wanted you to write a movie about
Yes.
sugar
Hmm.
mamas, but
Hmm.
like did you want to like was what they wanted kind of in line with what you produced, or did you kind of do your thing with it?
I kind of did my thing. They again, I had an established rapport with them, having sold three other scripts with them successfully. So they knew me, they knew my style, they knew that Brianna may be a little kooky, but we're going to get something good out of it. So I appreciated that they allowed me to have that creative control. So when they came to me with the idea, they, much like a lot of people, they were kind of like you're saying, okay, the thought process is going to be, older woman, younger man, probably some fatal attraction the stuff going on, obsessive type of stuff, what we've seen before, right? And when I kind of played with it, I was like, no, I wanted something different. I don't want to see that same old. I wanted something different. And when I pitched them the idea and wrote the treatment of where I wanted to go with it, they were like, oh yeah, they were like blown away with it, but in all the good ways, because again, they were thinking X and I went Y, and they were like, oh, that's going to be new and fresh and different and completely unexpected. So I'm very, very proud that the movie was so well received, overwhelmingly positive response. It's even sitting on the top 10 of streaming originals across all platforms for 2 weeks in a row. So it's up there with um, Tyler Perry's what is his 688 is up there with Rebel Ridge. It's up there with, yeah, so the top 10 across all platforms. It's sitting nice and comfortable at number 8, and like I said, for 2 weeks in a row. And it's amazing that again it really was it's so well received. And again, they kind of allowed me to have fun with it, and it worked out.
Yes, it really did. I mean, like I said, I was engaged from day, like from the minute that it started. Sometimes how some movies they start off really slow and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, when is the plot going to thicken? But
Yeah.
it was like I said, it was engaging from the moment I hit play. So
Yes,
that
thank
that is
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
So, what's next for you? Do you have any upcoming projects coming
Well,
up?
yes, like I said, I've got about Sugar Mama made my ninth feature film in one, two, three, fourth to be original to land, on the platforms. So I've got all those projects. I have been in talks about adapting some of my other, because I'm an author first. That's where the marriage paths came from, one of my earlier works. So I've in talks with other platforms about adapting some more books. I've pitched some things to Netflix, to Lifetime, to Hallmark, to All Black. Lots of discussions. I do have another to be original dropping soon, called Ex Door Neighbor, another thriller. Of course, that's my thing. So that will be dropping here in the next few months. They're already finished in post and stuff. So I'm waiting for that one to hit. And yeah, we're just moving and shaking, still just ready to take it to the next level, connecting. And I'm thrilled again with Sugar Mama, because I'm hoping something comes of that. But Miss Notori Naughton Lewis actually DM'd me and said that she enjoyed the movie. She watched it. Um, those who don't know, that's Miss Notori from 3LW, Tasha from Power, Lil Kim from Notorious, all that good stuff.
Mhm.
Amazing body of work. So she and I connected with Sugar Mama, and hopefully we'll be working with her soon. So we'll see. Lots of
Awesome.
things in the works.
Yeah. Yeah, just put it out there. We're going to manifest it for
I
you.
love it.
That's awesome. So
Yes.
you mentioned that you're an author first.
Yes.
So how did you transition from being an author of books into screenwriting and movies?
Well, I'm also an actress. I have a theater background, and it really kind of came. I never at all thought about writing movies and TV shows. Never, not once. Growing up, I knew I wanted to write. It just took me a moment to realize, to kind of find what I wanted to write. And so I landed on books, and, I kind of started that trajectory. And it wasn't until the push from my then literary agent, because I'm no longer writing books, but when I was, she was my literary agent for my books, and she was the one that kind of said that she would like to dabble a little bit more into the film world. And she gave me my first chance by saying a book that I had coming out as part of the marketing campaign. She said, "Why don't you write the script and we film a book trailer, like film it as if it's a movie trailer, but it's not to the end that they realize it's a book." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I wrote the script for that. We went out to Dallas, we filmed it. It was great. Great marketing vehicle, was really, really awesome, very cinematic. And so that was my first little taste of writing scripts and watching my work translate onto the screen. And then again, from that same amazing agent, she's the one that said, "I'm thinking of maybe writing a movie, and I would like you to co-write it with me." And I was like, "Me? Me? I don't know what I'm doing, but okay." And she again was the one that lit that fire, because her encouragement was not only giving me these opportunities, but hey, you're an actress as well. Write stuff that you want to act in. And then on top of that, you have a slew of books. Like, you have the content. So it's not like you're hurting for ideas. Start with adapting some of your stuff into the, and so it was off to the races. Then I took off from there, and no slowing down. I've completely put books to the side for now. I have 10 published books, successful, they're doing good. But now I'm like headstrong into the movies and television, and I love it here. I love it.
It's like shifting gears. That is
Yes.
awesome. Like you wear so many hats and you wear it well,
Thank
you know?
you.
And I just want to point out, as a reader, I find that when movies are adapted from books, it makes you want to go back to the book. Like, for instance, The
100%.
Color
Yeah.
Purple, I read the book before the first movie came out with, Oprah Winfrey and all of them.
Oprah. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but then, like, I have my daughters, and they saw the Broadway musical and things like
Original.
that, and I was like, that originated from a book, and they were like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, why don't you go check it out?"
Yeah.
So, I like when movies are adapted from books, because it's like, I don't know, from my mind, I like to see. like what was different, like what did they put in the movie that wasn't in the book, and vice versa, what did they take out of the book that's, that they put in the movie. So
Right.
so that's awesome. I love it. And I love how you can go from acting, writing, you know screenwriting, like you are doing it all.
Thank you. Yeah, just I like I said, I have such a I have a creative mind. That's what I say is like my superpower. And I got a little nugget from a new connection. We have a new relationship going on now with me and a fellow screenwriting sister. We were talking the other day, and she said something that resonated with me, and I said I'm going to use that because I think that applies. But creativity is my superpower. But she mentioned, she was like, we are amazing storytellers that just so happen to write. And I love that because I think that's what it is. Whether it's through acting or through my books or through film, it's still telling a story and bringing a story to life. It's just different mediums. And I
Mhm.
like being able to kind of have all of those different mediums because it kind of makes you multifaceted, and then you expose yourself to a broader audience. Not everybody's a reader, and that's okay. I have movies for you. You know what I mean? And so, and plays and stuff. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
Yes, and like you said, everyone, you have something for every person. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't really like to read books, but I'll listen to books." So I'm like, guess what? There's
Yes,
audiobooks.
I have audiobooks. You got something
You
for
know,
everybody here. So
exactly.
yeah.
We got you covered.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, I want you to stick around because you're going to want to hear our next guest.
Okay.
Our next guest, he is an author, and his most recent book that has come out is How to Train a Sugar Mama.
Oof.
This is his book, How to Train a Sugar Mama. Now, let me just tell you, the cover, I saw it and I'm like, really? Is who going to train me? No.
I mean, I'm not mad. I mean, I haven't read the book, but it's enticing.
Right? So let me just tell you a little bit about Emmanuel Simms. He is a multifaceted, creative powerhouse, blending humor, heart, and hustle into every project he touches. As the author of How to Train a Sugar Mama, a hilarious self help guide for navigating modern relationships, Emmanuel offers sharp wit and practical advice with a comedic twist. Beyond the laughs, Emmanuel is also the CEO of In Vivo Exposure LLC and founder of the Eudaimonia Project, where he champions mental wellness, storytelling, and creative empowerment. A visionary content creator, producer, and thought leader, Emmanuel is passionate about helping people connect, grow, and thrive in all areas of life. When he's not writing or creating, you can find him inspiring others with his signature blend of insight and humor. So now we have Mr. Emmanuel Simms. Welcome, welcome.
Hey guys, how's it going? Yo,
Good. Thank you for coming on the show.
no, thank you for having
So,
me.
yes. So, about this book, Brianna and I, we both agree that the man on this cover has some potential to train a sugar mama. But tell us, what made you write this book?
Well, first of all, Brianna, I love your passion. I love your story. Hearing you talk, it's like as a filmmaker, I'm an author turned filmmaker, right? I get it. I get you. First of all, let me say that. What made me write this book? I was following up with How to Tame a F Boy, right? And yeah, so this book is about my life and how I got my stuff together because you don't know that you're doing things. You don't know that you're a womanizer until you know you're a womanizer, right? I'm not saying that's what I was, but I definitely was an F boy. Um, I didn't realize it. I was in school and I'm studying mental health, and I'm like, oh my god, these things are just like when people say you're a narcissist or you bipolar in a witty way. A F boy is really a scientific term for a mental health disorder. So we broke it down to a GPSMF, a grandiose philanthropist, SHRTR MFer. I don't know if we can curse on your platform, but That's what it is. So after that did so well, like, well, what about the women, right? And then when we did our research, I did political science in undergrad. When we did our research, it was like women are having this issue or this privilege more than anything. The problem was the young men wasn't playing their part properly. It's when the mental health of it, right? You can have this relationship, this business relationship, or whatever it is, however you want to look at it, this transaction, and be respectful, not making women feel like they owe you something because of the position that you guys chose, right? So this is a blueprint to the men to get your stuff together, right? Get it together, respect these women, understand the dynamic, understand the privilege of being in that position, and maximizing it to the point where all of your dreams come true and you have a friend that you can spend your life with. So yeah, that's why.
I
Now,
love those titles. I just love those titles. It's amazing. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Emmanuel, do you have a trailer of from one of your books?
Well, I do, but we also have her trailer that was supposed to get sent up. We're
Oh
gonna get into
yes, yes. Let's show both the trailers.
Babe, look at this.
Veronica came? Since when is she a sugar mama?
I don't know, but this could be our answer. This could set us up to where I don't even have to do this no more. This one gonna take care of us just like I promised.
Thank you. It inspires me to be here as well.
Nice of you to join us, Mike.
I feel really bad for interrupting your presentation. Mike Shepard.
Hey, Mike.
So, tell me how you found your way on Sugar Binders.
Well, honestly, I need to do this to finance my education.
Do you have any distractions, relationships? If so, tell me now.
Not at all. I'm focused and ready.
Let me take you in.
She kept trying to do everything for me like I was a kid or something.
Doesn't she have a son? Why is she treating you like hers?
What is this?
Yours.
For real?
I don't know, babe. That doesn't sound right. Are you sure she doesn't have some type of mental issues or something?
I don't know.
It means a lot to me to have you around.
There is no telling what Veronica is capable of.
You mean so much to me. More than you'll ever know.
Wow. So just watching the trailer, I've seen the movie, but watching the trailer. So mistake number one, he was not honest. And so that's where, it kind of messed up a little bit, from not being honest when she asked, are you in a relationship, things like that. And he's like, no, I'm all in it. So that kind of ties into Emmanuel's book about, communication and respect, things like that. I feel like a lot of these things, I mean, of course, it's not going to go to that extreme as it in the movie, but
Oh, goodness.
we hope not,
Oh, dear.
we hope not. But a lot of times in any relationship, communication is like key. If you're just open and honest, say, look, I want to see other people while we're dating, or I want us to be exclusive. Basically be open, upfront, and honest. That's, I think, in my opinion, that's where a lot of relationships kind of go south, because that communication piece is not there. I don't know if it's because they're afraid of the reaction that they're going to get. But, my whole thing is give it to me straight so I can decide if I want to digest it or take it in or not. You know what I mean?
No,
Absolutely.
exactly. I think that's the important part. I think, and that's where the mental health, comes in. Like, outside of the jokes and the humor of it, what are we really doing, right? Like,
Mhm.
when you're thinking about when you're in these positions and you're aware. In the F Boy book, we talk about the aha moment. But once you become aware, it's kind of like now you're being a predator. You're being, the manipulator. You know what I mean? It's like if you misunderstand things, then that's like, okay, that's normal. But like in watching the trailer, yes, it was like, hey, he knew getting involved that he wasn't being honest, he wasn't being truthful, no matter the situation, the relationship, rather is work, school, whatever. You want to have a level of trust where you can feel like you can be yourself, you can let your guard down, you can give someone the keys to your Porsche, you can give them the Malibu mansion. somewhere else. But we want to create an environment where all of these places, you don't want to be lying. It's not fair. That's not fair. You're deceiving someone's reality. You're altering their reality for personal gain.
And
And
it's like an element of control that you have. And then to think about it, I'm sure you discuss it even in your book, which I can't wait to read. But it's one of those things where, I mean, really and truly, once you even start on that deception, can you really trust that person? Again, like going forward, it's like, how do I know if I can trust you, how much I can trust you? Okay, you were lying before, but you're telling the truth now. Like, it's hard to build up that positive rapport again once you've started already on such a deceptive, angle.
yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Exactly. So, Emmanuel, in your book, I know you have other books that you have out there. You want to just kind of briefly talk about them, or at least name the titles?
Well, yeah. And I love Brianna. What you were talking about. I use the term transmedia storytelling, and Brianna was explaining it earlier when she was saying that you can have your books in different mediums, right? When you have that source content, right? That source title. I look at my life as the source to my content. I'm the derivative. I'm the main whatever, right? So there's a bunch of different chapters in my life. There's the my therapist's boyfriend in this book. It's a part of the and it's a part of this sequel, right? From the narrative mind of Emmanuel Simms. In that book, I adapt a story from a real person that I knew. And I love taking other people's stories to the next level. It could be like one segment of your life. I love to take that and just run with it. The third book is I Used to Love a Crackhead, which is also in that narrative series. And it's like helping people heal through storytelling. They, the officer in Baltimore City cop, he's been holding on this grudges. He's been holding on to all this trauma from the shootings and the gang wars that he never healed from it. The sister and my therapist's boyfriend, this man took her information, ran with it. She come out the room, talk to him. Yeah, babe, you won't believe my client. Dotcha, 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 dotcha. And then he takes that knowledge and go and meet the client. Manipulate the client into a friendship, and then he's taking advantage. So it's like people don't talk about these things, but these types of things be happening, and it happen in real life. And it's like it's haunting some people, right? They can't get they got to live with a lot of these things. So my stories, we we want to bring other people's stories to life. It's not just me. It's not just you. It's the reality of there's a bunch of people in this world who may not ever get their story told, and that is the whole premise of why I do what I do. I know that I probably answer your question, but I just happen to have these books laying around. If you ask me to show some stuff, listen. I'm making the lost Kodak. See, I can pull out, girl. Don't play with me. I be selling books. But yeah, no, just trying to create a space where people can heal. People can use me as an example, as a blueprint to tell their story. In 2012, when I started writing books, I never thought that I would have a publishing company. I never thought I'd be producing movies. Only reason why I went to film school, Brianna, was because of what you said about the book trailers. I wanted to sell my books, and it's like, well, how do we sell our books?
How
Well,
do you
let's
do it?
make it. Let's, and it's like you gotta find a way to do it. And
Yeah.
I love hearing you say that because I'm like, yo, I'm not by myself. There's
No, you're not.
absolutely,
I love it. I love it. That's the beautiful thing about creatives. It's like you match like crazy. I love it. I love it. And
yes,
that
Hmm.
drive and passion. I hear it in you too. It's super exciting and so
yeah,
Yeah.
inspiring. So yes.
I definitely want you two to, exchange information after the show, because,
Yes.
like, both of you, I watch you both, and I see the spark in your eyes, like when you all talk, and it's like and I love it because as someone on the other end, like I'm the kind of person when I go to movies. Yes, I watch the movie. I look at the, I analyze the plot, and if it's a mystery, I want to be the first one to solve it before I get to the end of the movie. But not only that, but at the end of the movie, I love reading the credits. Like I like to see, who's behind this. And, I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of person. I'm just coming out front, because I love what I do. I love talking to people. I love I like to see where they're at in their journeys and things like that. So this is very exciting for me. So, and
Yes.
I'm I'm beyond thrilled that you were available because the timing just worked out just right. So thank you
Perfect.
again.
Of course. Thank you.
So now I want to have a little bit of fun because both of you have creative minds. So I
Uh-uh.
want to pull on those creative minds for a bit.
Uh-uh.
So, so my first question is for you, Miss Brianna, is if the movie Sugar Mama had a sequel, what would it be called? And what would the plot twist be?
I didn't tell you that.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Is there going to be a sequel?
can't. The only reason I can't is because that's in discussion.
Oh,
It's in
awesome.
discussion. I'm not promising nothing because everybody been asking me. But that's the
Yes.
only reason I can't because that we're in talks about that. I actually have a meeting tomorrow. So
Oh,
we will
awesome.
see. We will
Oh,
see. No promises, but we will see.
see the way my mind was working is
You
like, see the
already
wheels
on
are
top
already.
of it, Tiffany. Like, don't be taking the ideas. You already on top of it.
That is awesome. Oh, well, I will definitely be looking and waiting to see what's going on.
Yes.
So, so now for the author.
Well, there's two authors on here. Which author you talking about?
I'm sorry. The comedic author Emmanuel Simms.
There
Oh,
you
okay,
go.
I
That
got
would
it.
be you. What's the most ridiculous sugar mama training tip that did not make it into the book, and why?
Oh,
Oh man, there was actually a bunch of things that didn't make it in the book because I didn't want to hurt my community. Um, I'm, they beat ethics in my head in college, and it's like I'm trying to like unlearn some things. So one of the tips was always lose, always leave your wallet at home because you didn't come here to spend any money. And I was like, yo, like that's manipulation. And we had to draw the line. When it became manipulation, we stopped. Okay. Like I don't care how funny we want it to be. When it was so because it's not supposed to be fiction. It's like supposed to be a self-help book. Um
yeah.
we have to draw the line because I just, they can't take anything from me, but I still got ethics. So yeah.
That's good. That is good. I'm glad that there are people that do have a conscience in the world. So
Trying to
thank
get rid
you.
of it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, keep that. Not too many people have it.
Praise God.
It's a rare
So,
commodity. Um, so I want to ask both of you this question, and it doesn't have to be related to the movie or the book. This could just be like a personal story that not for you, but like that you may have heard other people get into. But and anyone can answer this question. Well, both of you first. But what's the funniest or weirdest sugar mama story you've ever heard or experienced?
The funniest or weirdest sugar mama story. Man, you go. You probably got more stories than I
oh
do.
man, I was hoping I didn't have to
Come
go first.
on
Okay,
now.
so cool. So yeah, so I'll go. Okay, so the wildest, I'll just say the wildest
Okay.
story. Um, a lot of times the sugar mamas are single, right? But then you have the married women, and and it's like it gets tough because married women, that's a whole nother ball game. So a young person, no, a young adult, let me just rephrase that, a young adult was in a relationship with an older woman, and her husband came home, and the husband knew that someone was in town, but he didn't know who the guy was. Now they both are like, in towels and stuff like that. I'm probably telling this horribly, but long story short, the young man had to act like he was, of the opposite relationship. He was gay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He
Okay.
like, oh my God, this is him? Yes. You said he was fine, but girl, he is fine. He fine, fine. He, he It's not
Really?
my story. This is not a true story about me. But I kind of got too deep into it. I'm sorry. But long
No,
story
but
short,
that's funny.
that was it. Yeah.
That is funny. Say 855. Look, $40.
Listen.
I love it. That is
It look
funny.
like we give me a second. Let me make sure
Uh-oh, what
Tiffany
happened?
okay. We're gonna get to a quick commercial break. One second.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry about that, you all.
In today's edition of a Weekend
My,
Update,
excuse me, my
Love
camera
Edition,
lost its
we
signal.
tackle the art of ghost busting. No, not the ones with proton packs. We are talking about the ghosting phenomenon in dating. Ever dated someone whose text reply speed was slower than a dial-up connection in the 90s? You might need Emmanuel Simms' How to Tame a Fuckboy. This book is flying off the shelves faster than a cheetah on a treadmill. Why? It turns out there's a manual for maneuvering the mind-boggling maneuvers of modern dating. Sim's book isn't just a guide, it's a ghosting exorcism, an ode to clarity in a sea of scene at 11:59 p.m. So, if you're ready to turn read receipts into real relationships, head over to howtotameafuckboy.com. Swipe left on the mind games and swipe right on your copy today.
Imagine stepping into a therapy session, feeling unsure and overwhelmed. But what if you can walk in with confidence and a clear mind? At the Eudaimonia Project, we bridge the gap between uncertainty and empowerment, providing tools and guidance to help individuals make the most of their journey. Inspired by the challenges many face when seeking mental health support, we set out to create a space where preparation meets progress. We understand that the first step into therapy, it can be daunting. That's why we offer essential prep work through workshops, support groups, and educational resources. Our services are designed to empower you. From interactive workshops and support groups to comprehensive resources, we ensure that you're ready for every step of your therapeutic journey. Join us at the Eudaimonia Project. Together, we can transform uncertainty into confidence and make a lasting impact on your mental health journey. Let's bridge the gap to a brighter future.
And welcome. We are back with the producer's spotlight, and I'm going to get right back into it. Well, first, Brianna, you're not off the hook. Did you have a story?
I have a story as far as like I guess if I were to I was thinking like okay, let's say if I were having to write another type of story or book, I could almost see it going into um I write a lot too. Like my books kind of touch into polyamory,
Okay.
swingers, unconventional relationships, if you will. Like that's where a lot of my books touch on. So if I were to write kind of an interesting dynamic with a sugar mama that's not like my movie, it would be maybe she originally got into the relationship with the sugar baby, the son, and then finds out that the his dad is actually like an ex or something or some kind of
Mm,
dynamic like I'm into the scandal, the drama, something like that. So that would
yes.
be an interesting dynamic. I feel that would be kind of fun to explore. So
Oh, yeah, I like
just
that.
yeah.
I like the scandal and
Oh
the
yeah.
situations.
All day.
Now, I have a real life sugar mama story, not about me. And I'm not going to say his name because he's related to me. But he is, I guess he's a sugar baby. And and he is falling in love with a sugar mama. Now it's a little different because he's in his 50s and she's in her 70s,
Damn.
and and yes, he is all like she cooks for him.
Oh yeah.
She takes his trash out. Like
Mm.
he said that that she made him some fried chicken and was it potato salad and blackberry pie. And he said he was ready to pack his suitcase up and come move in.
Dude, she got a
Wow.
granddaughter. No, I'm just playing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A great
And
great.
yeah, he he's like, we have a good time. She's mature, and um they have a great time. So I told him, I said, you know what, enjoy it, because it shouldn't be about the age difference or anything like that. It's about the connection, and if you two are enjoying each other, and if you like it, I love it. So
I'll say, I like it. Okay, do
and
you?
he's
As long
getting
as,
fed,
but,
so.
but like you said, Tiffany, as long as, and Emmanuel too, as long as everybody is open communication, transparent, we all know what's what, nothing deceptive going on. Have at it.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, you guys, if you can hear me. My signal is going out again.
Oh.
But you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay.
Switch your camera, click the button, and then click the
Oh,
little
so
arrow
okay,
going up, the power to the third power thing, and then switch it to FaceTime camera.
okay,
And don't worry,
okay.
we'll cut that out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm back with my face. But yeah, that's where he's at, and so that's my personal experience with a whole. I guess he would be the sugar baby, and she's the real time sugar mama.
Yes,
That's a
no. Yes,
sugar
no.
grandmama.
Oh goodness.
There's a couple on TikTok. There's an older white woman and a younger brother that's on the TikTok. They got something going on now. I'm
Oh yeah,
curious. You seen them? Y'all know who I'm talking about?
yeah. She's
I feel like I
is
have.
supposed to be pregnant.
Yeah, I seen that. So the question is, when does it become a sugar mama sugar baby relationship, and when is it just become a age gap? That's the
Well,
transactional piece, right? That's the lifestyle that makes the difference.
yeah,
I,
I was gonna say, I think the definition of a sugar mama is an older woman with money,
Hmm.
to lavish her sugar baby with, and I think that's the only difference for me. And whereas dating someone with an age gap is, you know, you two have a mutual understanding. You know, you do things, basically you do things as
Use
regular couples
dialysis.
do. No, no, you just do
I'm
things as
sorry.
a regular couple, but there's just an age difference. Whereas
Got
the
yeah.
sugar mama is the spoiling with lavish gifts, and I bought you a car, like as in the movie,
Mhm.
this is yours to have, and but of course there's conditions, that kind of thing, and it is borderline manipulative. So I think that's
So that's
probably.
what they have though. They got an age gap, or they got a. That's what I'm curious about.
Well, that TikTok couple, I think,
No,
honestly,
your cousin. I'm sorry, your cousin.
hmm,
Your
oh,
cousin.
my
I'm sorry.
cousin.
I'm sorry. That's what I was asking.
No, she has money. She definitely has money. They she they just started this new relationship. So it started with, I baked you a blackberry pie. You want to come get some? Or I fried you some chicken. Which one do you like, the breast or the thigh? And he's like, both.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
70, talking like that.
She's in her 70s,
She need a
and
master
yeah.
class. We need to talk. We need to get with her and see if she can help. We need her to do what? That is
For
crazy.
her to
That's
teach a
funny.
class.
Teach a class. Like blackberry pie will go a long way. I wish like you don't need to be a sugar mama. Just make the blackberry pie. You know? That's my
But
two
first
cents.
of all, blackberry pie, to me, that took me back. So my family's from the South. My grandmother, God rest her soul, is from North Carolina, and she made everything from scratch. And blackberry pie was one of them, because I'm like, I don't even know the last time I even had a blackberry pie. I've had peach cobbler, apple pie, but blackberry. So when he,
I've
when he said
never.
that, I was like, first of all, I was like, what kind of blackberry pie? 'Cause
I've never had blackberry pie. Never.
Intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts.
I'm
Oh
like,
goodness.
wow. Who walks up to someone like, I baked you a blackberry
A
pie?
blackberry pie. Okay.
So
You
he's
know,
ready to pack up with his suitcase and come move. And
Go move in and get his blackberry pie on the regular.
Tiffany, he only got one suitcase.
it don't take much,
No, I know, I know.
wash those clothes and keep it
Keep it
moving.
moving.
We talk about the one bag in this book, just only needing enough to get to the, just to maneuver.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
Right. But I'm so excited to know that there is a possible sequel because I'm definitely like, wow, that was something. Also too in the movie, I just wanted to go back is there was actually if you will, a society of sugar mamas, right?
Mm,
Yes. So that's the way she was. So she's an investor. Veronica King is an investor. She's heavy hitter in the tech space. She's all about, like I say, she's an investor. She makes her money. She knows what she's doing. So that's how she came across the sugar baby through a sugar baby app called Sugar
mhm,
Finders. She was giving a speech, like a keynote speech at a college, and she just so happened to come across a sugar mama with her sugar babies, and she kind of inquired, and that's when the sugar mama was like, oh yeah, there's an app, it's like, you can pick them like from a menu kind of thing. And so she originally got into the arrangement just again as a potential investor and trying to get more field research and stuff about, okay, would this be a good investment? And then once she meets Mike and other things kind of play out, then things happen. Like that, I'm being very evasive here, but
Right.
that's when her goals change. But originally it was indeed, it's just coming across, hey, Sugar Finders app, oh, an investment, oh, this would be great. She's looking at it as the business side, and then it
Right.
becomes personal.
and look,
Right.
what a tremendous idea! Like, if you should, I don't know if you got that, but like that should be a real app. If it doesn't exist, I think it's, what is it
Listen,
called?
I had
Ashley
people
Madison.
ask me, they was like, why did I go on the Play Store looking for Sugar Finders? I was like, oh God.
Could you
After that
imagine if
movie,
there
I would
was
hope
one?
not.
Look at that mine. I see that mine over there thinking. Like, because and actually that was going to be my next question. Like, what if there was actually an app? Because I mean, like you see Tinder and all these other dating apps. What if there actually was an app?
Well, there
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a website. Now, I don't know if there's an actual app, but there is indeed a website. I think it's called sugarbabies.com, isn't it? I don't tell me, I'm gonna type it in
So
and
look
see.
it up.
There is indeed an app, but again, it's not just for sugar mamas. It's like sugar daddies too. It's one of the, and you can,
Oh,
but I want to say
shucks.
it's like sugarbabies.com or something like that. Now, don't ask me how I know. I feel like I've I've gotten this
For
knowledge
research.
along the way and it was filed away in
Mhm.
the back. I don't know why, but I believe that is an actual website. So I would not be surprised if there's an actual app, because it's not like it's illegal or nothing. It's just
Right. Yeah.
arrangements, like you said, much like a dating app. So
Exactly. Right. Yeah, and you know about these things because of research. You have to know
that's what
these
it
Yeah,
things.
is.
no, definitely
That's
only
exactly what
because of
it is.
research.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly. I get it. What is it? You have to know there to go there. So you got to know what you're writing about. So
Well, not all the
it's
time. I like writing
believable.
about stuff I don't know. I'm sorry, I got
Well, you got
ADHD.
to make it believable.
Yeah,
So you
That's
got
the
to
yeah,
do a
thing. You
little
do have to
research
make it
just to know
believable.
enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
absolutely.
Because I even had to do research with her being a tech investor, some of the
Yeah,
jargon they use and stuff, even in the beginning. I was like, oh, I have to research so they know what this, so it sounds realistic, because I don't know nothing about this space. But again, that was the fun part too. That's the creating part.
and you
Right.
nailed it. You nailed it 100%. Just speaking of that, right? From a filmmaker's perspective, you hit, first of all, you hit everything. Tremendous work, but
Thank
you guys nailed the language. We dabble in software, and when I say, I'm like, oh snap, she did that.
you.
You
Good. Well,
did
good.
that.
I didn't know what I was doing, but I was like, I hope it sounds good. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Success.
Thank you.
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Awesome.
We're going to wrap up in a little bit, but are there any other things you want to say? Like if you want to put a plug in for like your next upcoming, events, like if you're doing a speaking engagement or, anything like that, what's in your future?
Well, like I mentioned, I've got plenty of projects already, out there. If you are looking for something else twisty and bendy like Sugar Mama, I recommend one of my other top movie, which is The Marriage Pass, which is a Tubi original as well. Huge, just as twisted and is and it's good. And that one is actually adapted from my book of the same name, The Marriage Pass. So if you want something else, kind of like, oh man, at the Sugar Mama, while you're waiting for part two, check out The Marriage Pass. And then, of course, I have other projects like Toxic Harmony, Played and Betrayed, Ex Door Neighbor will be coming out soon. And then I have some, like you mentioned, I do have Lace season 2 if you want a TV series. Plus, oh my goodness, I got Dishonorable, Gutter Mommy, Pseudo. I've got a few projects out there. So if you just Google me, you are more than welcome to. You will see all of my stuff, my catalog of books as well, if that's your thing. And then, yeah, like I said, just connect with me online. Connect with me. I'm very active on social media. I've even got my little TikTok thing going on now that we have TikTok back temporarily. So I'm kind of got that together. I
Right.
do enjoy playing around on TikTok. So yeah, you get the woman behind the creative psyche, if you will. So
Yes,
yeah, absolutely connect with me, and I would love to just mix and mingle with y'all. And yeah, stay tuned because I definitely have more in the
absolutely.
works. So I'm waiting to mention it when the ink is dry. So, but yes, got more in the works.
All right. Well, I am always down for a road trip. So, the next time that I'm in the ATL, I will definitely make sure that,
Come on,
all right.
a weekend
Say
brunch.
less.
Let's go
Oh,
brunch.
absolutely. So, Emmanuel, what about you? What do you have in the works?
Sure, absolutely. So, as you guys know, the Eudaimonia Project is a nonprofit where we bridge the gap for mental health resources and people actually receiving help. As we know, autonomy is not free or beneficial, like financial to people. So, we want to make sure that we're educating our community in a fun, quirky way. We call it meeting them with where they are, using transmedia storytelling. So, more books, more stories, more movies. We have a rule of skits. There's the Healers of America. It's a it's a micro series coming on Instagram and TikTok. A micro series, right? I'm talking like 90-second series about a nonprofit. It's basically The Office, but we're for nonprofit, and we're writing the show based off of all of the dilemmas that we go through on a regular as an NPO. And I'm just trying to save the world one step at a time. I homeschool full time. I'm a dad. Shouts out to Brandon T. Jackson making the brand. I'm an ambassador for that. I'm helping produce that and all these things. So God is just so good, opening so many doors. I love what I do. I'm honored to just be alive and to be able to connect with people like yourselves. And yeah, we definitely coming to Atlanta because I got some stuff for you with the. I know just jumping off Briana with the poly stuff. We got a book. I'm not going. I don't want to say too much because the book that it's adapted on. We still in how that go,
Talks,
but in
yes.
legal. But I think she just we gonna have to whatever we'll talk whatever. So my brain always is in work mode too. So I'm always thinking the next. So I'm
Of course.
so, but yes, no, yes. That's it. I'm out here. EmmanuelSims.com. I love you guys. Thank you for having me, Tiffany. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you both. It is a pleasure and an honor to be able to talk to both of you at the same time. I definitely see collabs in the future. What is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just
What's that?
everywhere.
Cologne?
But
What was
This
it's
is
that?
not,
royal blue cologne.
oh my goodness.
I gotta promote it because I'm him. But that's it. I just had to do it once. I'm sorry. Just for the
So, the the comedian is coming out.
That's
So
what it
we're
is.
gonna, and I don't know if he meant to do it, but I heard a slight impersonation of someone when he was talking earlier. I don't want to say this person's name, but I heard a slight hint of an impersonation. Were you doing that on purpose?
did you no, I didn't mean to go there. I just want America to know. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in him because they be filtering our TikTok got a filter in it. But I ain't not gonna conspiracy theorist my way through life anymore. But
Well,
Yeah.
on TikTok, you have 90 days, so get whatever you can get in for 90 days. I
Love
did
it.
hear, speaking of TikTok, I did hear that the rest of the world they missed us when we were out for like what 12 hours. I heard that they missed us. So
If they call
so
it
we're
that, I heard they
back.
was happy.
Oh, oh really? Oh, so
I heard
maybe
they
the
was
ones I saw.
excited. They was like, now we can eat our red beans and rice and peas and stuff and don't have to
yeah.
hear their mouth. I heard, I mean, hey, it's
And
all
count
love.
in centimeters instead of inches, you know.
Yeah, we can count in kilometers and stuff. Yeah, I heard it all, but it's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, it is. Maybe what I saw was they were being sarcastic, and I thought, oh, they missed us, but maybe they
No,
were being, because
I
I
think
can
they
be
were.
sarcastic too. So, like, who are we
Yeah.
going to now listen to with all their complaining? It's like,
Oh wow.
oh,
No, they
now
didn't.
that I say it out loud, I'm like, oh yeah, they were
Like
being
I said, I
sarcastic.
think they were being funny.
Yeah, but we're back
Little.
for a little bit. Well, again, thank you all so much. I'm going to stop recording in a little bit, but I definitely want you to exchange information, or I can provide it, however you want to do it. But this has been a pleasure and an honor. And again, this is Tiffany Stepney with the Producer Spotlight on Udemona TV. So have a blessed and wonderful evening. Take care of yourself. Stay warm in these frigid temperatures. And until next time,